Hello everybody. I'm going to tie up a number 14 Grouse Green wet fly right now. This is a Sabre 7011 number 14 hook in the vise. This is 8/0 unithread in camel color. So the tail is going to be some grouse feather from the back of the bird. I'll take some of the fibers and just pull them off from the stem, 90 degrees out from the stem. Just trim those off, size it up, about as long as the hook shank. So grouse is a really soft feather. I mean, the fibers are similar to some of the webbier hens out there, but the mottling is much more natural looking. I mean, it's very spotted, mottled, buggy looking feathers. Sometimes the problem though with them is they're a little too long, too large for a lot of hook sizes. So 14 is about the smallest you can really tie with them without using compensation methods. And they're really more suited to 12s and 10s. So this is a hot yellow ultra wire, small. Now for the abdomen, I'm going to use some Antron dubbing. This is golden olive color. Just going to direct dub it onto the thread here. Antron's the original sparkle dubbing. Now I'll build up some taper to this abdomen here. Alright, so next I'll take the ribbing and go about 3 or 4 times around the hook here. Make it 3 in this case. So next we're going to take a Chickabou aftershaft feather here. This comes off the lower part of the feather. You find it's hard to do with a regular wrap, just do a pinch wrap over the top to get it started here. You want to be gentle with this feather, it's awfully fragile. The stem breaks easily. But once it's tied in, it's pretty stable. So since it's so soft, it really has a lot of movement in the water. You could even use this for a hackle collar on a fly if you wanted. So there's a few wraps there with this. Okay. Now we're going to go back to another grouse feather here. And we're going to see if we can wrap it or if we're going to have to use a compensation method to tie it. So this one is from the back of the bird. I would say most of the feather is a little maybe too long for this hook. It's about right, but it might be a little too long. Let's try a different feather off the bird, see what that looks like. So this comes from the wing, like the marginal covert on the shoulder of the wing. And it's webbier than the back feathers, just like all marginal covert feathers are. So it's going to give a different appearance. It's also a little smaller than the back feathers. You could see those fibers at the front there are pretty short. The question is if you want to go with such a webby feather on this fly, or if you want to have a little bit more mottled feather. So I think we'll go with the mottled feather here. I think we can wrap it if we limit our fibers to about that many. So we'll strip off the rest of them. Take some hackle pliers. We swept the fibers back and then made a little notch to tie it in. We'll see if we have enough hackle here to make a good collar. So there's the whole feather wrapped, the part that we didn't strip off. We got a very sparse collar there, but it's the right length. And it looks good against that aftershaft feather. It's not too heavy. So the combination of these two feathers together will make a nice hackle collar. And there's our finished grouse and green. Thanks for watching, everybody.